Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to today's episode of Sedat HR Digest. And I'm very honored to be your host for today's episode. Last week was super, and I'm very sure that today we are going to have a very interactive session. And because of how we want our conversation to go today, please feel free to drop your comments, your question in the comment box, and I'll read it out for our resource person to help respond to any clarification, any question you would want to seek. Then also, please let us know your name and location. We want to give you a shout out. We want to welcome you. We want to acknowledge your presence. I know a lot of you watch us, but this time, please do well to drop your name and your location in the comments section. Um, Once again, Sedat HR Digest is brought to us by Sedat Consult. You can reach out to Sedat Consult on 0244629245, 0244629245, and we would be there to help you and to assist you through all the organizational issues and matters. This is a platform where we'll discuss relevant issues happening in our workplaces, a platform where we help you to put in place best practices that will help you to impact positively on the business bottom line. This is Sedat HR Digest, and I have here with me Happy Anoche. Happy says hi from Tema. Hi, Happy. Good to have you here today. And so, this afternoon's episode, we would be looking at effective performance management system, the role of technology. And you can all bear with me that technology is driving the 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 space, the working space, driving everything and transforming all the functions of our business operations. And HR is no exception. And so it's very important for us to know the role that technology would help us in handling performance management system in our various organizations. And today, I'm very happy to have a very good friend of mine on the show to help us with our discussion. He is a great man. I've known him for a while. My first encounter with him was something else, and I know that you will learn a lot today. Right. Please drop your name in the comments box, your location, and we will duly acknowledge you. Now, before I introduce our resource person, I would like you to know that Sedat HR Digest is planning a hangout, which we have dubbed Sedat HR Digest Soiree, and I would love to see you at this program, and it is being organized in partnership with Glyco, and it will be taking place on the 29th of June 2024. So just some few weeks away, we would be having the Sedat HR Soiree, and this will happen or will take place at the British Council in Accra. And so we have our flyers all over on our social media platform. Do look out for the details. The rate is a cool 100 cedis for a great package. So please sign up. We will share the link with you and give you all the information as our discussion progresses. You don't want to take yourself out of this great hangout. All right, so our resource person is ready. We are ready, and I know that today will be super. He is a seasoned digital technology expert, boasting over 15 years of impressive experience across diverse roles, encompassing information technology strategy and consulting, sales, and business management. His extensive journey has equipped him with formidable skills and insights, and I can attest to that, particularly in domains like core banking and transformation, digital engagement, credit organization, origination, sorry, and appraisal, customer service solution, human capital solution, quality assurance, and software testing, with a track record spanning the telecom, banking, and other financial sectors. Our resource person has been deeply involved in mentorship, coaching, and training initiatives, not only within finance, but also extending his reach into the HR sector. Throughout his career, he's been consistent and has assumed a lot of leadership positions, showcasing his unwavering dedication and expertise in the field. His profound industry knowledge, coupled with an unyielding commitment to excellence and client satisfaction, has consistently positioned him as a trusted ally in business's journey towards growth and success. He is currently the Director for Business Development and Managing Consultant at Serap Consultech Limited in Ghana. He spearheads strategic initiatives and consultancy efforts, driving the company towards new heights of innovation and impact. Beyond his professional endeavors, he finds fulfillment in his role as a devoted husband and a father to three. Ladies and gentlemen, our resource person is no other person than Parkwesi Benz, and he would be helping us to discuss today's episode, performance, effective performance management system, the role of technology. Hi, Parkwesi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Pat. When you started the introduction, I was wondering whether you were actually talking to me or talking about me because I didn't know I had done all these things.
Good to have you here on Sedat HR Digest. How are you? How is business? You want to share a little about your company with us before we kickstart our conversation?
Yes, well, it's a lazy Sunday afternoon, and I believe it's actually a very good time for everyone to just relax, lie down, and let's learn from each other. I do not claim to be the repository of all knowledge, but what I have experienced is basically what I would be sharing this afternoon. So it's more of a talk, and I would really love to be getting feedback as we go on so that I could address specific questions around technology, performance management, and HR technology.
Right, thank you so much. And so today's episode, we're going to have a presentation from Parkwesi. He's going to take us through a topic for us, and then when he's done, we would allow you to ask your question and all that. But that notwithstanding, as and when the conversation is or the presentation is going on, feel free to drop your question, any clarification you want to seek, and when he's done, we would draw his attention or we'll read it out for him to help us with your question or your clarification that you're seeking for. So before I let Pakwesi, or I allow Pakwesi start his presentation, I want to go to the comment section. I have here Zachary. Zachary is watching us or joining us from Kumasi. Hi, Zachary. Good to have you here. It's good to be having you Sunday after Sunday on Sedat HR Digest. And then we also have here Mavis Adams. Mavis is watching us from Techiman. Like I said, please drop your name, your location in the comment section. We want to acknowledge you and appreciate your presence in joining us for today's episode. So, Pakwesi, um, just by way of introducing our discussion, what's your take on today's performance management system, and how is technology going to help us to handle PMS effectively in our various organizations. We are ready for you, and we know you are equally ready for us. So you have the floor, sir.
All right, thank you. Um, let me let me get myself acquainted to this. My slides showing. Great. So, Pat, you asked what we do. Work with a company known as Senra Consultech. We are mainly into the technology integration space where we do implementation, project management. We are involved in delivering thought leadership around areas. And for me, this afternoon's engagement is one of the ways by which we try to let professionals across town know what is out there and how they could actually use technology going forward, especially when it comes to performance management. And believe me, let me put this disclaimer out here. I am not an HR specialist. I have been more in the technology space for quite a while. So if I happen to get some of your terms wrong, I have raised my hands and I've apologized early enough so that you don't hold me to that. However, I have also noticed that performance management happens to be one of the key aspects of HR processes. And over time, the moving away of moving away from an analog or a paper-based system to a technology-based system by most HR professionals also has an impact on their performance management. And one of the things that we believe is that technology should be used as much as possible to enhance and promote whatever role we're doing, especially as HR professionals. So if it's onboarding, if it is exit management, it is recruitment, let's let us have the advantage of technology pushing us further than we already do. So in short, we have seen technology move over the last couple of years. I mean, it's still amazing when you try to see what the level of technology over the period of what last 5 years, and you realize that we have come to a stage in our lives where we are almost unable to do anything without technology. I mean, without technology, it would have been difficult for both of us to meet today. I'm talking to you. I mean, it would have been difficult. Today, thanks to the internet, we're able to stream out, we're able to talk about technology and its role in performance management. Now, these advancements in technology have sort of changed the way we do things as professionals in all spheres. So we have a lot of digital tools, and we are using some of them as we speak now. And this allows HR heads, directors, CEOs to be able to get data from different sources, which would now improve their workforce productivity, help in improving an employee engagement, help in the overall business productivity of their institutions. And how do you do that? You're doing that by enhancing performance tracking and monitoring. Or maybe should I take a step back and define what performance management is? No comments. Well, so for all of us, we all know what performance management
Yes.
is.
Hi, Pakwesi.
Hi.
Yes, so maybe a brief explanation would help, because we have other people who join in but are not HR practitioners, so that would be helpful.
So, in a nutshell, performance management is basically the process of setting goals, monitoring these progresses, and providing feedback to your employees to help them improve their performance and achieve the organizational objectives. So every organization has an objective or several objectives, and performance management is a process of setting goals for individuals and for different departments within the institution and helping them to improve their performance on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year basis. So we put in structures, we put in processes to be able to improve. And as human beings, we cannot go on without improving. So, in a nutshell, I think that is what performance management is. So, going back to my slides, performance technology helps performance management in giving the ability to track your performance on a real-time basis. So we have innovative platforms which allow managers to be able to see and have visibility into objectives that have been set, looking at different metrics that have been agreed upon, and enabling data from these metrics to lead both the organization and the employee to be more productive and to perform much better. Platforms which enable performance management also allow for collaboration. So the good thing is that we have technology which enables teams from different parts of the organization to be able to put their performance metrics out and also allow for tracking. But most importantly, there's a word that I used when I was defining performance management, and it's the word feedback. We cannot have performance management without feedback. So technology also allows and or facilitates feedback between employees and their supervisors or line managers, employees and their colleagues and their subordinates, which allows transparency and also empowers the employee to take ownership of the process of for which he's being what's the word? He's being Patricia, are you going to help me with this? He's being assessed, if that's the right word. Also, we are also able to automate most tasks. And when you're able to automate these tasks, especially tasks that are time bound, you are able to also measure how these are done, the speed with which it's done, and also be able to provide a comprehensive view of the performance of the employee using technology. One of the key things that I have mentioned also in the previous slide has to do with data. Over time, we collect a lot of data during performance assessments, appraisals. And how does this data help in the organization improving? So with technology, you're able to leverage all these analysis, all these data, be able to enhance performance management, because you are able to see with employee, let's say Kofi, who is in sales, you're able to tell his over a 3 or 4 year period, or even a year's period, you're able to capture all the data on his sales, able to put in that information into a technology tool like Excel. And based on that, you can actually forecast and tell how he's going to perform over a period of time. And this would allow you to know whether he's going to meet his targets or not, what kind of training, what kind of assistance, what insights does he need for him to achieve his target, for the organization to also achieve that target. So you're able to pick up data points, you're able to get the insights that you need, which would lead to efficiency gains. I would appreciate feedback as we go on, so that it would help me to address some of these things as we progress. Now, over time, we have also noticed that performance and appraisals have gone through the process of being digitized. So you have 3 key steps when it comes to the automation of performance appraisal processes. And the first one has to do with data capture, where we have an automated collection of employee performance data. I mentioned earlier, employee Kofi, who is a salesperson, you are able to capture his performance data over a period of time. And with this data, you are also able to track his goals as against his performance. And this allows you to be able to come back to Kofi on a weekly basis during your weekly sales meeting and tell him that you are running behind on your targets. You are expected to have made 20 sales calls last week. From what I am seeing in our CRM tool, which is the customer relationship management tool, you have entered details for only 12. That means from a manager's point of view, you have not been able to meet your target. So you're able to get ability to send feedback to the employee. Beyond that, it also allows the whole appraisal process to be automated, which eliminates a lot of manual entry, allows objectivity and not subjectivity in assessments. And this allows employees to be empowered to be more active in their roles of development, and allows more of a continuous improvement environment. So, like I mentioned, feedback is also very important. So technology allows and improves employee engagement and feedback. So there is the ability to have personalized feedback, one-on-one sessions with your employee or with your manager or your subordinates. You're able to leverage technology to provide them with timely, specific, and actionable feedback, which are tailored to their individual needs and goals. And I'm sure some of you are remembering your SMART objectives from this points that I made. Beyond that, we are able to boost engagement. with technology, we are able to reach more people. So imagine having a staff of 300. As the CEO, you review their appraisal forms. You have the ability to group them based on competencies and also reach out to them and address specific issues. Within a glance in your solution, your technology solution, you can tell which of your staff need coaching. You can tell which of your staff need encouragement. Those who are doing well and need to be encouraged. Those who need to have additional boosting to be able to let them meet their targets. These are all ways to be you're able to engage them and be able to reach out to them and allow them to take active roles in their own development. And remember that appraisals or performance management processes are out to help you to also recognize talent. So your platforms would also allow you to, or allow managers to be able to identify talent and recognize and celebrate these employees who are doing extremely well over a period of time, and also to do it in a timely manner. You don't wait 6 months or at the end of the year to recognize an employee. So with technology-driven performance metrics, you can go into an organization and sometimes you see employee of the month. How did they arrive at that? They used data, they used the metrics that are there, leveraging on technology to be able to identify on a monthly basis who are the star performers of the organization. Now, I mentioned the fact that we also may have some employees who are struggling, for lack of a better word, and need an encouragement or a boosting. So using a digitized or a technology-enabled performance management solution would allow managers or HR managers to offer training that is required by specific employees. You don't do a wholesale training to all employees. Yes, that is good, but beyond that, you have certain employees who lack certain specific skills, and these can be identified during the performance appraisal. So then you have the ability to cater and develop programs, to assign unique programs which will help them, so that you don't just give a general sales training to your salesperson who is struggling to close deals. So you have to give him a training on closing deals. You don't give him a generic training on negotiation, which all your sales guys are going through. But because you have identified that he has a challenge in closing deals, you are able to give him a personalized development opportunity in that area. And this allows them to have the specific need that they need or to meet their goals. Also, you're able to implement systems, have coaching sessions, one-on-one sessions, mentorship platforms to empower specific employees to grow and excel in their different roles. When it comes to goal setting and alignment, technology helps you to be able to do that much better. And I mentioned SMART goals earlier. So with your technology, you're able to set clear objectives, getting your SMART goals that align to your company's strategic goals and priorities. There's also employee involvement. So like I said, there are tools which are available for both the manager and the employee to be able to facilitate collaboration when it comes to goal setting, allowing employees to contribute and feel part of the process. One of the things that a lot of employees see is that HR might probably set goals for them. Their line manager might set goals for them without them being in the process, and they don't feel invested. Their thoughts are not heard when it comes to goal setting. So the ability to use technology and the different solutions to have employees contribute and feel part of the process. Now, imagine having to follow or track your employees on a monthly basis, looking at their sales records, looking at their different performance metrics that you would be given to them. It's going to be a very tedious process. So with technology, you are able to actually do this continuous tracking seamlessly and over a period of time. And you are able to measure progress, allowing you to see how far the employee is from his goal, and then where there's a need to make some adjustments in terms of their goals, you are able to do that, which would still align with the company or the strategic objectives of the company. And when it comes to streamlining goal setting, one of the things that you would be able to do is to bring in transparency and alignment. So using dashboards, using technology, you are able to ensure that everybody sees what is going on. When an appraisal is given and I've been given a mark, I am able to see my supervisor's comments and the reason why he gave me that mark instead of what I was expecting. And you're able to have transparency in all these things. Where you feel there is a challenge, you can still go in and make a counter comment to what has been made. And this is very important when it comes to alignment of the performance management process in terms of the individual, in terms of the department, and in terms of the organizational strategic goals. So we cannot have performance management on its own stream, and we have technology on its own stream. What happens is that technology actually allows performance management to integrate with the skills of your staff, or what we now call performance management. So when you have effective performance management, you are able to integrate it with the organization's talent management strategy. And technology allows you to do that. By aligning these two critical things, HR can be able to drive holistic workforce development and ensure that all their employees are performing at their optimum. By leveraging technology, we allow organizations to automate the exchange of performance data. So the sales team is able to exchange data with strategy team, and is also able to exchange data with the team on the factory floor. And it allows the different managers to be able to see who has the skills that are required in the different departments, move staff around where necessary, help improve or give personalized training and learning opportunities, and also help in internal mobility, where you have internal mobility pathways, different action points or different destinations for your staff. You're able to put them on the right staff so that we can fast track them to achieve optimal performance. So for us to be able to foster a culture of continuous improvement using technology, we must empower employees. And how do we do that? By encouraging a mindset of continuous learning and growth. Secondly, there should be data-driven insights. And these insights would help leverage performance data and metrics and help the company identify areas for improvement. Help the company measure the impacts of different changes and make data-informed decisions. Thirdly, we are able to celebrate achievements. When your staff perform well, we are able to see them and celebrate these achievements on time. You don't wait till end of the year and said, "Oh, in February, I remember you did this." How did you encourage him throughout the year till December? You don't wait till December to celebrate and encourage your staff when they have achievements. Finally, with technology, we are able to have agile processes. We are able to implement agile methodologies, which would help the company quickly experiment and do iterative improvements. So instead of having a long 3-month training session or a strategy session, you are able to break it into smaller bits, as what we call agile processes. And these smaller iterations would help you to see and identify key performance metrics quickly. You'll be able to identify quick wins and be able to achieve them for the good of the organization. My closing words, and hope I haven't rushed through this presentation, is that organizations evolve and they are constantly evolving. And the need to embrace technology is critical and crucial for enhancing performance management and also unlocking full potential of your employees. By using or leveraging innovative technology, HR managers, CEOs, all different managers can also empower their employees, help drive continuous improvement, and create a culture of excellence. In conclusion, I would say that technology in performance management can never be overstated. We have seen things like AI, we have seen mobile applications all coming in, and it has affected the way performance management is measured and assessed. So we have performance management becoming more accessible. It's actually more customizable and also more effective. So maybe 3 or 4 ways by which I would say from the top of my head that technology has improved or impacted performance management is by the automated processes, which I mentioned. We are able to use technology to automate many of the tasks that we do in terms of performance management. So your review setting, your goal setting, tracking employee progress, generating reports, all of these are now automated, which give room for HR professionals to do more strategic activities. Secondly, we have data-driven decision making. With data, HR managers can leverage technology to collect and analyze data on employee performance, which allows the HR professional to make data-driven decisions about promotions, about your pay rise, and other performance-related decisions. You can actually also use AI to predict future performance and identify potential areas for improvement. Now, with technology, there is increased flexibility. So we have people working from home. So now performance management is also more flexible, and it allows HR professionals to be able to provide feedback and support your employee regardless, irrespective of wherever their location is, whether they are working from the office or working from home. And finally, one of the things that I would say is that technology has made it possible to customize performance management, the different processes within performance management to suit the unique needs of different organizations. So you would have an HR who's been in the finance sector moving into manufacturing. The HR professional does not get lost when it comes to performance management because he's able to customize what he knows from his previous background to suit the needs of the current organization, ensuring that the performance management processes align with the goals and values of his new organization and ensure that all his employees are working towards the right objectives. Wow, this was a marathon talk. Thank you for your time. I'm done with my slides for now, but I am very much open for questions for us to talk further, discuss how technology affects performance management and how and what we can do as professionals in this space. Thank you. Pat, any questions?
All right, thank you so much, Pakwisi, and I hope you can hear me. My light is
Yes, I
out,
hear
and so
you.
my internet is sure. My internet is a bit shaky. So please drop your questions in the course of the presentation. If you had something you needed more clarification on and all that, please drop it. Pakwisi will help us respond to you. But whilst we wait for them, I have one question here. So I want to find out how we can protection and privacy as far as using these technologies are concerned. So, how do we ensure that the information we put in the system are protected and devoid? I mean, now we are hearing of hackers all over and all that. How do we ensure that our information is well secured and well protected?
So, in answering that, I would say that a lot of security is also inbuilt into the technologies that we have nowadays. And most applications that we use offer a level of security. Now, one of the things that technology providers need to do in ensuring that the data that they keep or they collect is safe is to have the required minimum level of security that is done. We know that today information is being gathered from different sources, different places, but it is important that a well-structured security can be put in place. This is a general platform, but you'll notice that I have my Seamless HR logo at the back end. Seamless HR is an application that we promote and helps in ensuring data security. We are GDPR compliant. We are compliant with the Ghana Data Protection Act. And also, our information is stored on AWS, which also offers a high level of security. Quite a number of other applications offer similar data protection. And it is important as an HR practitioner when you are speaking with your vendor to find out how compliant they are in that space.
All
Do
right,
we
so
have
I think we are having a few network issues with Pakwisi. Whilst we sort this out, we want to take a quick go on a quick break, and then when we come back, we would continue with our discussion with Pakwisi on the effective management of performance management system, the role of technology. Right, welcome back from the break. This is Sedat HR Digest, and we are discussing effective performance management, the role of technology. Our resource person is Pakwisi Benz, and he's taking us through the role of technology when it comes to performance management system. Amazing and insightful discussion from his end. Please drop your name, your comment, your question in the comments box. We will read it out for Pakwisi to help us. We have a question here for you, Pakwisi, but before I read it out, once again, Sedat HR Digest in consultation or in partnership, with Glyco, is organizing a hangouts. Okay, and we have dubbed it Sedat HR Digest Soiree. The venue is British Council in Accra, and it's going for a fee of 100 Ghana. The theme is harmony in HR, balancing work, wellness, and well harmony in HR, balancing work and well-being. And we have amazing speakers that will join us for this outing or hangout. We have Madam Cynthia Mawulembo Kudowu. I hope Cynthia I pronounced your name right. Right, she is the founder of HR Network Africa and country manager at BTL Marketing Solutions. We also have our own Mr. Senyo Ejabin, an HR professional and labor consultant, also joining us. And our guest speaker will be the CEO of Cellab Ghana, Mr. Patrick Isiama. Is going to be an insightful and a very interactive program. Come, let's have fun. Come, let's balance work and our wellness together. We do a lot of things, and there's a great opportunity for us to go hang out and then bounce back to work. Right. So let me go to the comment section. We have the link shared in our comment section. Please, you can click on the link to register and we would reach out to you. Also, SEDAT Consult in partnership with Clarion College is bringing to you, or it's organizing HR certification programs. And if you want to achieve recognition as a leader in human resources with comprehensive knowledge and best practices that will help you advance your expertise and unlock new opportunities in your HR career, then we invite you to join our certification program. And so you can call 0242 319390, 0242 319390, or 053 249, and we will share with you all the relevant information that you would need to be able to advance and unlock future opportunities by enrolling in our certification program. So we run programs like APHRI, SPHRI, and all the global certification program. Please call the contact number. We'll share with you in the comment section, and reach out to us. We will give you all the information that we need. So we have a comment from Pajo. Okay, I think before Pajo's comment, another comment came in. Let me look for that comment. A lot of comments coming in. Right. So I had a comment from one great. So I have it here. Kafui Jackson says that, thank you, Parkwesi. Please, what performance management softwares or tools will you recommend? And so Kafui is requesting that Parkwesi, you recommend some software, performance management softwares that can be used, or tools that can be used. I know we have paid ones and unpaid ones. In the event where the organization doesn't have money to go in for expensive and huge softwares, what other tools can be used in place of that? So in responding to Kafui, I'll be very happy that you add this to it. Thank you. Hi, Pakwisi, can you hear me?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I think I was muted when I was speaking. So yes, Kafui, there are quite a number of solutions out there for HR professionals to use. A lot of the HR software that comes out have inbuilt performance management tools. Being on a very public platform, I would refrain from mentioning any one specific one that would come out, but you can always reach me. I would sit with you, look at your budget, and see what can be shared, or what your organization could use. I would not want to be promoting one or the other. I don't know if you understand where I come from. I sit as a consultant, not only for our solution, which is the Seamless HR, but I also consult for other platforms. So it will be wrong to push one against the other. But we'll look at individual cases and assist in that area. I see there's a second question somewhere.
Sorry, Pakwisi, I think your line is breaking. I can hardly hear you. I don't know about our viewers, but I can hardly hear you. So maybe if you...
Okay, so let me start again. I'm not sure if it's from my end or it's from Patricia's end, but I would say that I am a bit hesitant in recommending one specific software. However, I am reachable for a one-on-one discussion with you, so that it would help by looking at your budget, looking at your objectives for which you're looking for the software, and then I would assist in that area. This is a public platform. I would be careful in pitting one software against the other. So we can always do this offline on a one-on-one basis. Okay, there's a second one from Kofi. Realize your examples are related to salespeople of an organization which CRM like to know. Role of technology in handling performance management of staff, not salespeople. Thanks, Kofi. You have raised a point. I tried. I only use salespeople because of the fact that they are frontliners. And like you said, yes, some of them may have CRMs. Not everybody has a CRM. But to answer your question, what other areas can we look at in terms of employee engagement? I mentioned the fact that we can use technology to track, to access and review their goals or their objectives, their KPIs. Technology can be used to automate these processes. So even in the setting up of the goals, you can use technology to set these goals. You set up your appraisals, the different appraisal cycles can all be done using technology. And this allows HR managers to be able to focus on more strategic things. Another easy one is reports. We generate a lot of reports from our performance management appraisals, and technology helps you to be able to go through these reports, be able to grade them and assign them based on the different competencies and scores. I hope this answers your question when it comes to non-sales people. What do you do when your company information has been compromised by hackers? Is there a way to get my data back? Yes, there are tools to get your data back. There are quite a number of specialist organizations who help in getting data back. But like I said, one of the first things you need to do is to secure your company data even before they get hacked. So there are companies which would help you to restore your data. And if you did a quick Google search on that, you may get them. There are some in country locally, and there's quite a number outside who can help you to get your data back. The challenge is what your data has been used for and whether it has been copied or put somewhere. That becomes another question altogether, but you have the ability to get your data back. Pakujo, I hope that assisted in answering your question.
Right. Hello, Papis. You can hear me?
Yes, I hear you, Patricia.
Great, great, great. Right. So that is very insightful. Please give us feedback if you want to have further discussion with Pakwisi. Do let us know. We'll connect you with him, and then he can help you out. So the person who asked the question on the various softwares, please reach out to us. We would help you out with will help you out with Pakwisi's contact, so you can reach out to him, and then he would help you or support you. All right, all too soon, our time is up and we have to end today's episode. I know we have a lot of questions coming in. We will share it with Pakwisi and he would respond to it. Once we get the response from him, we will let you have access to the responses to the other questions that have come in. Or why so the contact of Sadat's HR Digest or Sadat Consult has been shared in our comment section. Please reach out to us and we would assist you with all your people and organizational needs. Thank you so much, Pakwisi. It's been very insightful with you on how to use technology to manage our performance management system. But before we sign off, we want you to share your final words with us, and then we can bring our discussion to a close.
Well, I think what I would say is that the role of technology in modern performance management and HR is very essential. By HR managers automating their processes, by providing data driven insights, by improving communications between employees, improving employee engagement, increasing flexibility, and offering customization, I would say that technology has transformed performance management into a very much more efficient, effective, and collaborative process. And as technology continues to evolve, I mean, between you and I, we should be able to expect much more exciting changes in the world of performance management and of HR. So thank you very much, Patience.
Right, thank you, Pakwisi. My internet has been messing up since I think we went deep into the conversation, but it's fine. The most important thing is we are done, and so we can call it an episode. Thank you so much for coming once again. If you haven't registered for the Sadat HR Soiree, please do that. It is happening on the 29th of June at the British Council in Accra. This time we are not taking it to Kumasi. It is happening right here in Accra, and so you want to register and join and this great program that we are organizing. It is in partnership with Glyco, and the fee is 100 cedis, a cool 100 cedis. Please register, sign on. The theme is harmony in HR, balancing work, wellness, and well-being. A lot of time, HR practitioners, we take care of other people. We are so much involved in making sure that the people, the team we work with are well, they are okay, and we forget about ourselves. This is a time to have a time with yourself. This is a time to meet other practitioners. This is a time to have a social network. I mean, meet great people and interact with. You never can tell the opportunity that would come out of this hangout with you. We have great speakers joining us. We have Madam Cynthia Kodo, who is the founder of HR Network Africa and country manager at BTL Marketing Solutions. We have Mr. Senyo Ejapin, an HR professional and labor consultant, joining us. And our guest speaker is the CEO of Sanlab Ghana, Mr. Patrick Isiama. He will be joining us at this program. And so please register. The link is being shared or has been shared in the comments box. Please click on it and register. Also, Sadat Consult in partnership with Clarion College brings to you HR certification programs. If you are looking forward to advancing your expertise and unlocking future potentials, and also achieving greater heights and getting to know best practices when it comes to the HR profession, please call 0242 3193 90, 0242 3193 90, or 0534 862 249, 053 4862 249, and you will be assisted with all the information you need to be able to partake in the certification programs. And the programs that are being run are APHRI and SPHRI. Please call the contact. It will be shared with you in the comment section, so you can have note it somewhere. Reach out to the team, and they would give you all the information you need. Thank you so much for joining in today's episode. We discussed, or we had a very engaging discussion with our resource person, Kwesi Barnes, who took us through the effects and took us through an effective performance system, the role of technology, how technology is making performance management systems so efficient and so effective. You don't want to take yourself out. You don't want to have a whole lot of manual work around you that will stress you out. And so get yourself a good HR software that will help you to manage your performance management system in your organization. Next week, we will be coming your way with another interesting topic, and you don't want to take yourself out. Please watch out for the information on all our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We also have Sedat HR Digest online platform where we share a lot of our information there. So please, if you don't have the WhatsApp line, it will be shared with you in the comments session. Please look out for the contact or the link and join the platform where we are having interactive and educative discussion over there. Thank you so much for joining in, and have a great week.